In the ancient world, a runner named Achilles begins a race against a humble tortoise. Achilles is faster, of course, but Zeno of Elea argued that he could never catch it. This wasn't a riddle, it was a paradox, one meant to shake the very foundations of how we think about motion, time, and reality itself. Hello and welcome to Philosophy in 5. I am Chichon, a PhD in philosophy, and in this episode we will explore the mind of Zeno of Elea, the disciple who became famous for his dazzling paradoxes and for defending one of the most radical ideas in the history of thought, that motion itself may be an illusion. Zeno lived in the 5th century BC in the Greek colony of Elea in what is now southern Italy. He was the devoted student of Parmenides, and he set out to protect his teacher's central idea that being is one, unchanging and indivisible. But rather than doing this through myth or poetry, Zeno turned to logic. His aim was to show that belief in motion, change and plurality leads to absurd consequences, and that, surprisingly, Parmenides' view might actually be more rational. Zeno is best remembered for a series of paradoxes, each designed to undermine the ordinary view of reality. Let's take a closer look at 3 of them. The paradox of Achilles and the tortoise. If the swift Achilles gives a tortoise a head start, logic dictates he can never catch up. Why? Because by the time Achilles reaches the tortoise's starting point, the tortoise has moved ahead, and this continues indefinitely. Achilles keeps closing the gap, but he never quite catches it. The dichotomy paradox. Before you can walk across a room, you must first go halfway, then halfway again, and again. If space is infinitely divisible, how do you ever complete even the simplest motion? And finally, we have the arrow paradox. An arrow in flight is, at every instant, at rest. If every moment is frozen, and the arrow is never moving in any given instant, when does motion happen? It is like taking pictures of the trajectory of the arrow at each of the stages. Each of these photographs shows an arrow that doesn't move. How is motion then possible? Each of these paradoxes targets our assumption that space and time are continuous and that motion is real. Zeno's brilliance lies not only in the content of his paradoxes, but in the method behind them. He is one of the earliest known philosophers to use reductio ad absurdum, a form of argument that reveals the contradictions in opposing views. He didn't try to prove that motion is impossible. He simply asked, if you believe motion is real, can you explain how it works without falling into contradiction? In this way, Zeno didn't just support Parmenides, he advanced the art of logical reasoning itself. Zeno's paradoxes puzzled philosophers for centuries. Even Aristotle felt compelled to respond to them. Later, mathematicians developed the tools of infinite series and calculus, in part to solve the problems Zeno raised. But even today, his paradoxes remain profound. They challenge us to think critically about the concepts we take for granted: space, time, continuity, and change. And more than that, Zeno helped sharpen the tools of logic that philosophy, mathematics, and science all rely on today. Zeno didn't build vast systems of thought, he dismantled them. With paradoxes barely a sentence long, he revealed the hidden tensions in our understanding of the world. He stands as a symbol of philosophy's power to unsettle, to refine, and to deepen. In the process of replying to his paradoxes, other thinkers, philosophers, mathematicians managed to make progresses that they would have not achieved otherwise. And that was Philosophy in 5. Thank you very much for watching this video. In our next episode, we will meet Empedocles, the philosopher-poet who tried to unify the visible world and the eternal, using not just elements, but also love and strife. And please don't forget to check the other videos on the series. We have covered Thales of Miletus, Anaximander, Anaximenes, Pythagoras, Heraclitus, Parmenides, and now Zeno of Elea. If you like this content, please give it a like, share it with your friends, leave questions in the comment section, and until then, keep thinking.